Episode 147. Xiao Yifan lacked confidence, but under Xiao Yun's repeated urging, he had no choice but to charge forward with his level 25 Moonlight. There were 5 opponents. Logically speaking, Xiao Yifan's skill was already top tier, enough to break into the pro scene. If it were just any 5 random players, he wouldn't be afraid at all. But the problem is, these 5 just set a record that even they couldn't break, even though Captain Wang Jiexi said it was a tactical issue. But no matter the tactics, they still need to be executed through skill. Their skill level shouldn't be too shabby. Glory Moon charged in a bit further. Xiao Yifan saw that of the other 4 players, 2 were characters from the record leaderboards. The other 2, however, he didn't recognize. At this point, Xiao Yifan had no time for further calculation. With a moonlight charge, he suddenly unleashed an arc flash. He suddenly lashed out at Lord Grimm. In a leveling zone like this, with players constantly coming and going, not everyone is on high alert. Hu Guangshan's skill was fast to execute and quick to launch, making it perfect for a sudden strike in passing. Used so suddenly, anyone could have been caught off guard. Yet, Lord Grimm, in that split second, suddenly drew his sword and executed a perfect block, parrying the arc flash. That single reaction alone was enough to make Xiao Yifan feel a pang of guilt. He was a complete and utter rookie. He had no real competitive experience, nothing like Zhao Yingji, who sometimes even got to spar with the team captain himself. In that environment, he did everything with extreme caution, prioritizing survival over glory. Seeing Lord Grimm react like that, he immediately knew he was up against a tough opponent. After the arc flash, there was no follow-up attack. He immediately backflipped, trying to create distance. A flash of sword light. Lord Grimm had already closed the distance with a draw sword slash. He had long since retrieved the vampiric lightsaber from Huang Xiaoshen. Of course, Yishu wasn't planning to equip this sword himself. He intended to use it as upgrade material for the Thousand Chance Umbrella. Currently, Thousand Chance Umbrella spear form wasn't the only one upgraded. Its sword form had also reached level 25. Attack speed 5, weight 2 and naturally its 23 durability was now in place. Physical attack magic attack 3 har 40 acceptable, a level 35 purple grade katana. So lately in battle, Yishu has been using more than just the spear form. He was also using the sword form quite a bit. The damage output from both was absolutely terrifying. The draw slash came blindingly fast and perfectly timed, striking just as Moonlight was mid-air, having leapt back but not yet landed. The blade was about to strike home, yet Huiyu suddenly jumped again, darting to the right and narrowly dodging the blade. Air leap. This is the assassin's level 25 skill, allowing for a second jump while already in the air. In short, an assassin can double jump. With this skill, Moonlight managed to evade a sword strike that should have been impossible to dodge. But this only made him realize just how terrifying Lord Grimm truly was. He was still calculating how to stall, but Steamed Bun Invasion had already grabbed a brick. He charged forward on his steed, shouting,
"Who's got a death wish?"
Xiao Yifan hastily maneuvered Moonlight to dodge to the side, narrowly avoiding the flying brick. But from his other side, Cold Mist Spear was already stabbing over like a venomous tongue. Xiao Yifan dodged again with Moonlight Flash. For a moment, they were already a bit flustered. Tian Qiu and Yu Zhongmian felt quite embarrassed just standing there watching. They couldn't just stand by, they had to seize any chance to act. The 2 of them charged forward together. A barrage of skills came flying his way. Xiao Yifan's hands were frantic, his mind in disarray, and he had completely lost his composure. He was just instinctively dodging one attack after another. As for how to get away, was there a chance to counterattack? Xiao Yifan was completely at a loss for what to do. Zhao Yingji, sitting right beside him, was getting anxious just watching the scene unfold. He blurted out urgently,
"Hold on, I'm almost there."
What, is Yifan not a match? Zhou Yebo and Liu Fei both turned their heads to look at Xiao Yifan's screen. In truth, It wasn't just them from Xiao Yun. He was also quite keen to see what this was all about. But he and Qiao Yifan were too far apart, with Zhou Yebo, Lu Fei, and Zhao Yingji sitting between them. There was no way to see without standing up. Xiao Yun remained expressionless. If he couldn't see it, he could just ask. This guy's urging Qiao Yifan to charge in was a test from the start. But even Qiao Yifan could figure out that dealing with Lord Grimm and his crew wouldn't be so easy. How could he not have thought of it? What's wrong? Xiao Yun asked with utter indifference. Instead, he heard the combined laughter of Zhou Yebo and Lu Fei.
You're just too slow, Yifan.
Yi Fei good. Clearly, in his eyes, the attacks Qiao Yifan's moonlight was taking were nothing. If it were her, she'd have broken free with ease. But Qiao Yifan was currently flustered and clumsy, giving Lu Fei a momentary sense of superiority.
Hurry up. If we let Yifan die here, we'll be the laughingstock of the whole server.
Zhou Yebo said, their words, though not exactly pleasant to hear, but to be fair, it wasn't really that unreasonable. In the online game, no matter what. In the online game, they're just ordinary players compared to pro gamers. Losing your cool that easily is just unacceptable. Getting killed would be even more ridiculous, even if I can't handle it. There should always be a way to get away. Even Zhao Yingji, who was close to Qiao Yifan, couldn't deny this. He could only frantically mash his keyboard, desperate to rush to his friend's side and lend a hand. But the first one to actually arrive was Xiao Yun's battle mage, Yun Xiao. Xiao Yun didn't rush forward. Unlike those three, he wasn't watching the situation unfold from Qiao Yifan's screen. From his spectator's viewpoint, he had a far more comprehensive picture than Qiao Yifan's own first-person perspective. The skill levels of the four characters currently besieging Qiao Yifan's moonlight were clearly uneven. The skill of Cold Smoke Soft and Steamed Bun Invasion was still worth a look. As for the other two, Tianqi and Moonlight Slumber, they're not even worth mentioning. The name Tianqi gave Xiao Yun a moment's pause. He couldn't be from Herb Hall, could he? Xiao Yun dismissed the thought as soon as it crossed his mind. Even if they were from Herb Garden, he wouldn't care. He'd kill them all without a second thought. He could afford to offend them, too. Xiao Yun's gaze finally settled on Lord Grimm, who stood outside the fray. Who had not intervened, Lord Grimm. That was their real goal, and their main objective. All four of them are busy messing with Qiao Yifan's moonlight. Wasn't this the perfect opportunity? Xiao Yun's Cloud Piercer had already buffed itself with a battle spirit by attacking the mobs. For a level 26 battle mage, besides the neutral chaser generated from Dragon Tooth, there's also a new 25th level battle chaser, the Ice Chaser, generated when using double stab. The Ice attribute chaser, after striking, grants the user a buff that increases their physical defense. A level 1 Ice Chaser increases physical defense by 2%. For a battle mage clad in leather armor, whose base defense was already rather unimpressive, this defensive buff isn't particularly exciting. In contrast, the Ice Spiral's own attack effect is far more valuable. When an ice-chilling orb hits its target, it creates a brief stagger, just like a Dragon Tooth strike. Additionally, ice-chilling runes deal ice elemental magic damage, with a 50% chance to inflict a slowing effect on the target, lasting for 3 seconds. The higher the level of the ice-chilling rune, the higher the chance to slow, the more potent the effect. At level 26, even a single level Ice Whirlwind might seem basic, but if it lands, the effect is more than enough to make a difference. This was bound to make Steamed Bun Invasion started to suspect it was the so-called laxative he'd mentioned.